Hello, we are back again with Katawa Shoujo, and last time we had a heart attack and went to school. That's it, and it took us like 40 minutes to do it. So let's hope we do more than have a heart attack and go to school. Hold on. No. No. Load. Yes. Yeah. Okay. This is where we were. We were not starting a new game. I end up saying nothing and the teacher picks up from there. Everyone seems to be satisfied even with what little I said though. A few girls are whispering to each other, throwing glances at me. It could have gone worse. ... I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. The first row girl claps on this round, with her one hand against her other wrist that ends with a bandaged stump. It makes me feel a little bad. We're going to be doing some group work today, so that'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it's fine with me. Well, good, because you don't actually have a choice. Again. You're like 15. You don't get choices. Sorry. That's good. You can work with Hakamichi. She is the class representative. She can explain anything you might want to know, and who else would be able to do that better, right? How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignments and announces that we will be working in groups of 3. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow. What? The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. Oh right, Hakamichi is right there. Shizune Hakamichi. As he calls out her name, the cute bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. Ha 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 ha. What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter.
It's nice to meet you too, but I'm not Hakamichi, I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi Shi-chan.
Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. It looks like she has been staring at me this whole time. She nods once nonchalantly, to show that she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. My presence is only barely acknowledged. She has short yet carefully neatly brushed hair, a pair of oval-shaped glasses balanced on the tip of a dainty nose, and dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. It's nice to meet you. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Hakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying things like, "You'll be able to talk to people," and "Who better to explain things to you?"
I can see you're a little confused, right? But I understand why you would think I was Shi-chan. Shi-chan is deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forth to her. I'm like an interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you too.
You are not like an interpreter. You are exactly an interpreter. I pressed the wrong button.
You're the new student, aren't you? Well, Shi-chan, of course.
Wait. Okay.
Of course he is. If he wasn't, he would have been standing up there for no reason, right? Nah. He seems like a very interesting person, doesn't he? We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you would be here today, so soon. Hee-chan, right?
Hee-chan?
Yep, it fits, doesn't it?
Did I say it out loud? It's just a surprise. I'd never liked that nickname. So other people have called you that before. I don't really see how.
It fits! You look just like I imagined. Yeah, you look like a Hee-chan.
We're gonna pretend I didn't mess it up. I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly, their hands a blur. Misha seems a little overwhelmed.
Sorry about that. Shi-chan wants you to know that she's the class rep. So if there's anything you need to know, you can feel free to ask her. Do you like the school so far? We can show you around a little if you haven't had the time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it.
Misha stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid translation. Thanks, that would be pretty helpful. Yeah, I just kind of came straight to class today. I'm opening a can, so that's what that sound is about to be. I should have opened it beforehand, but I'm a degenerate. Don't worry about it.
That's no good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go there. Not just with school either.
Tilda.
Always, even if it's a trip to the convenience store, really. Shi-chan? Ha ha ha!
Learn about where you're going. I guess I didn't bother to do that, or just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with it half-assedly, but anyway. I don't say anything, and Misha signs something that ends in a shrug. What was that? It seems like it was about me. Oh, they talking shit? They talking shit? I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me unexpectedly deeply.
You look down. Are you okay? Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed a test. Wahahaha.
Alright. Your assured ellipses really get to me, Shizune.
Ah, and another thing. You don't have to call Shi-chan something so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shi-chan.
Uh-oh. She said that's too informal. You're making me embarrassed.
Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate.
Ellipses of confirmation.
Yep, Shizune is fine.
Okay, that would be a lot easier for me. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly, so I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier, especially about Shizune, who I assumed would be all business. Well, she still seems like that, just less so, I guess. Ellipses of meh.
Huh? Oh, right, we haven't even touched the assignment. We should start work now, or Shi-chan will get mad.
The assignment is also kind of long, so we should start now if we want to finish it before the end of class.
That too!
Shizune glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message. After class we can take a walk. Oops.
After class we can take a walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay?
The assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of being both difficult and unnecessarily long. That's called busy work. Still, we finished it a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class, despite our late start. Shizune and Misha are really capable. I thought Misha was going to be a dumb bitch because she has pink curly hair. Because I'm a judgmental protag. They're quite different, though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girlish, not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that, but not guilty enough to do work. That was a little loud. It's still going. The clock tower bells ring, signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who is beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs. We descend even below the lobby where I met Muto. Muto? Yeah, down to the bottom floor. I don't like all this noise.
Exactly. Hear people talking and then rude. Yeah, less profanity and less fighting.
There are people actually saying real words. Turkey's down. Oh, yeah, we can get rid of that. I'll just have to censor it later, and also this beats. Oh my gosh. Is this a sound effect, or is this a... Okay, this is a sound effect. Good lord. That was really in my ears. Just like everything in this school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. Its big windows open to the courtyard towards the main gate.
It's the cafeteria!
Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. There's a rather long list of menu items, which seems great until I realize that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. Why isn't that great? I feel like that's just good and considerate. Mr. Hisao, you need to chill. You need to chill, my mans. Yes. Special diets, indeed. How nice it almost feels like I'm back at the hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients. Oh, he's being sarcastic. I pick something at random and follow Shizune to a table sitting opposite of her. As I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points to Shizune. I don't understand sign, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at a person who talks to you is proper and polite. Do you want to know something? What?
About anything. We're your guide, so you should ask if there is anything, or if there's something.
I wonder. Ask about... Yeah, let's ask about the deafness. I can't think of anything more rude than that. Are we gonna have to ask all these at some point? I'm gonna assume not. I think I got everything I need to know. Let's ask about the library? Oh yeah, is there a oh yeah, we like to read. That would make sense. It's like, that seems a little random. Oh yeah, is there a library in the school? Lately I've gotten into reading a lot, so I'd like to check it out. Misha gives the kind of frown that makes it clear she doesn't consider reading a healthy hobby. Misha hates books. She says fuck books. But then picks up her smile again.
There is. It's in the second floor. We can show it to you sometime.
Thanks. I return to my food while the girls talk between themselves. Misha and Suzune sign back and forth very animatedly, throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Maybe they are talking about secret girl stuff or something, you know. quickly notice a conversation and sign is not enough to fill a silence. Oof. We arrive in the classroom early, but we're not the first. There's also this girl. That dark-haired girl I noticed before slumped over her desk in the last row. Oh no, she's shy! She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. She shrinks deeper into her desk. One day I will learn how to read. Maybe by the end of this playthrough. She sinks deeper into her seat. I can feel her tension all the way from here, as if she were slowly turning into stone just from our presence. She's just shy. Misha and Shizune either didn't notice or don't mind it, as they walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students and finally the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of the school feels strange, as it's as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. It's school, Brody. School is school. Towards the end of class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. I feel like it should be. It's exhausting, especially when you gotta meet everyone and learn new stuff and locations. Very overwhelming. Especially since you just got out of the hospital. Maybe it's the long time spent in the hospital that made me feel like this. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. That makes sense. Before long, the final bell rings. School is finally over for the day. Beside me, Misha and Shizune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me.
Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Hichan. We've got to hurry already, since there's a lot of work for us to do. You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it.
Wait, the teacher said I'd have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go?
To the nurse's office, Hisao. Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on, the nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside.
We join the flow of students making their way down the stairwell and outside, with the girls pointing out other senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. I thought he just meant like all the girls in the school were doing it, and then my brain was like, that's pretty weird, and then I realized that it's just the Misha and Shizune. When we get outside, the girls, Misha and Shizune, and not every girl in the school, make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually a part of the main building, but it's not, it's just a little shed. This is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaka Foundation office and all the nurses' office. They even have a swimming pool. How is that official? Well, it's a swimming pool. Yeah, exactly.
Don't be silly, Hichan. It's for physical therapy, of course.
Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. The head nurse's office is on the first floor.
We'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks. Bye. A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education? Imagine. I guess it's necessary for a place like this. This hallway looks, ominous. I walk in, hoping that this really will be a quick visit like the teacher said. On a white door on the left is a green cross with the text, Head Nurse, and a nameplate. A voice from the inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. It sounded a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large, and it smells strange. A friendly-looking man turns around on his office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, and the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils. and there are at least a dozen coffee cup rings lingering on the desk. Use a coaster, you heathen! I don't care how purple your hair is. Hello there, what can I do for you today? He is young-looking and sort of rugged. We must have different definitions of what rugged means, but the dimples in his cheeks wash that impression away when he smiles. Are you the nurse? He smiles like a person who has heard this very same question hundreds of times. Why, yes, I am. It says so on the door, no? You can call me by my name or just the nurse like everyone else. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing I probably should grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right, I'm a new student and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Hisao Nakai. His eyes light up with the revelation and he snaps his fingers. Oh, you're that Nakai! I was just reading your file this morning. Blush. Wink. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia and related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? He gestures me to sit down in a vacant armchair in front of his desk. Yes. Good. Well, you've probably been briefed about the school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around here, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there's a problem. The famous 24-hour nursing staff. Wow, this is like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. It's a little out of our jurisdiction. His joke feels so out of place that I left thinking why he even said it. Yeah, just that it's really weird to have so many medical people out of school. You'll get used to it. I'm not sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it. Now let me find your file again. While he searches for something from his computer and shuffles stacks of papers around, I let my gaze wander around the room. It's the epitome of generic, I'd like to say. Beige walls and ceiling, dark gray laminate flooring, and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging on all four walls, reminding me to eat properly 3 times a day, and from all food groups. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. The music in this makes it sound like this guy's supposed to be like suave and sexy and like noir. But he's just, look at him, he's goofy. So you already have medication for the arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening, or it won't be much help. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing? He grins to his own joke, but I don't, because I don't think it's fucking funny. Well, I played soccer occasionally with some classmates. Alright, I'm afraid I'm going to have to recommend you refrain from doing that, at least for the time being. Oh. My lack of reaction makes him raise an eyebrow. But really, I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around, since I am a nerd now. I have completed my transformation. I only read books now, Mr. Nurse Doctor. I guess I never did it out of a burning passion for the sport, just to have something to do. Any kind of concussion might be very dangerous to your heart, and risking another attack is not a good idea. Was the previous one caused by a sudden concussion to the chest area? There's no mention of the cause in your papers. Well, I was talking to a really cute girl, and I got so bothered, it literally made me have a heart attack. Not exactly. I sidestepped the question acceptably, and he glances at me over his papers with a more serious expression on his face. He closes both of his eyes. Still, you need to keep your body healthy so some exercise will do you good. We have physical therapy and such available, as I said, but I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walks or even light jogging, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming maybe? There is bull here. So I was told.
This is the most confrontational conversation for no reason.
Like, it definitely feels like they're both fighting each other for no reason. You were? Very good. At any rate, I'm sure you've been told this before. You just need to take care not to overexert yourself. He wags his finger to emphasize the point. No need, really. I've heard this 1,000 times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself. Okay. He goes over my papers one more time and sets them on the desk, obviously content. What could not be content about that face? Oh, there we go. Good. That's it then. Come meet me if you ever need something. Alright. Well, I will leave it off there for the moment. We met the nurse. We met the girls. That seems like pretty decent progress. We were super rude and confrontational, just like a teenager would be, I would imagine. So, yeah, we will leave it off there.